Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Today's video is going to be me talking a little bit about my journey with my gastric surgery. It was a bariatric surgery. I got a gastric sleeve.
But before you continue watching this, please go like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you know every time we post.
Comment and share us, guys.
Yeah, give us some love.
Please. Reason why I'm coming in here and making this video, one, a lot of people have asked me a lot about how I lost so much weight, what did I do, what miracle, all these things, and I've never hidden the fact that I got surgery. Like, from the first moment I did it till now, I'm super open about it because it changed my life, and it helped me a lot because not only did I do the surgery, but I changed my life completely, you know. Doing the surgery is not a fixer-upper. Like, you just won't go from being extremely overweight to being like supermodel here. That's not the point of the surgery, and a lot of people need to understand that before they do this, because it's completely life-changing. You know, you have to watch the way you eat, you have to all still go to the gym, you have to take care of yourself, you know. And lately a lot of people have been, you know, asking me questions about it, which super open. Anybody who's interested, they could always come to me. But the way I learned about it was through YouTube. That's literally, that's literally what I did. I did my surgery in Colombia. So it's kind of hard when people ask me here, like, oh, how'd you go about it? Because here in the United States, you have to go through, like, baby, it's crazy. You have to go through therapy. You have to go see a psychologist. You have to see a nutritionist. You have to, a lot of steps for your insurance to cover it.
Right.
Which is understandable. There's people who are, like, who are addicted to food and who are addicted to eating, and then when they don't eat, then they start drinking stuff. So it's like, yeah, you're not gonna have the cheeseburger, but then you'll have like a milkshake.
Right, and it's still the same feeling.
It's the same feeling, you know. You can't stop eating, and then there's people who actually eat so much that they throw up to continue eating. So I understand why it's kind of like a hassle to go through therapy and to go through all that, because obviously for us who have gotten so overweight, there has to be a reason why it happened, you know. Sometimes medically, but sometimes it's our own fault, which in this case it was my fault. 100% was in my fault, you know.
Yeah. So before she got the surgery, she was, how much did you weigh?
I think I weigh about 220 pounds.
And she's 5'1".
Yeah, so
she was
220.
like a little hobbit. No, but seriously.
I was, and I didn't get the surgery
for looks.
For looks, honestly, I've always, I mean, if you've known me, I've always been happy with myself. Like, I've always loved myself at any size because I've always felt welcome. I've never felt like doors were closed for me personally because of that. But
it affects your sleep, it affects your health, obviously. I mean, with anything.
Guys, I mean, like, I know this is a lot of information, but like, my period was all over the place, and I would get my period for months at a time. I remember having, I had my period for 9 months straight. You know what it is, 9 months straight, like the second day.
Right.
And once I lost the weight, completely like.
And when we met, you had done the surgery. What, it had been a year already, and she still like, it still hadn't fully like taken all the weight off.
Yeah,
and she still had sleeping problems, like insomnia. Like, she wouldn't sleep at all until like 3 a.m. And now you can sleep normally.
Yeah, no. And then
so
also my lifestyle changed, babe, when I met you. Like,
I'm very active, so she has to be active.
Exactly. Okay, so when I did the surgery, it's not that I didn't have the support, because I knew a lot of people had gotten it, but I wasn't one to ask, you know. But I love YouTube, so I went on YouTube and I saw so many people talking about their surgery, and I followed so many people. And
tell them why you chose, because there's gastric sleeve and there's gastric bypass, and there's a difference between them, and I feel like bypass is a more popular one. Right? Like, that's a more popular one to get, but you chose to do sleeve. Why?
Yeah. So a gastric sleeve and a gastric bypass, the difference is that sleeve, they just cut your stomach from whatever size to like a small banana, and obviously you get full faster. And then with the gastric bypass, it's they connect your stomach straight to your intestines, so it's a little more dramatic to me personally. Again, this is all my experience. Everybody else is gonna have their own.
Because the sleeve, you can always stretch out your stomach again, right?
Yes.
And the bypass, you can't, or can you?
I don't know.
Oh, me either.
I don't know. I don't know why not. I don't know that research, and I'm sure that there's 100 million things they'll tell you on that.
But from what we've heard and what we've known, the bypass is a quicker fixer-upper.
Yeah, that's another thing. The bypass is more for, to me personally, I think it's for somebody who's like extremely heavy and they need to lose the weight faster.
Like right now, because
a gastric sleeve is something that takes a little longer. It's a little less invasive. They're both invasive surgeries, but the sleeve is a little less invasive, and it takes you a little longer to lose the weight, which is okay. The whole point is you changing your lifestyle. The point is not for you to go from being extremely obese or a little bit obese to looking like a twig. That's not the point of the surgery at all. Which I have seen people go through that. I have seen people who get the surgery and then they starve themselves and then they get sick, but they look like this. So they want to look like this, and that's not how you should view life. You need to look at it in the long run.
Yeah, this is more of a health concern kind of surgery.
Definitely.
And I mean, it is a way, like she said, make yourself skinnier, because you have no choice because your stomach is this big.
Yeah, and there's people who just
do it because they don't want to eat, right?
Yeah, they just won't eat and they'll get sick, and you're supposed to look. I'm gonna give you guys a disclaimer. When I got my surgery, the doctor here in the United States, they prescribe you a bunch of medication. They make you drink shakes like crazy. And don't get me wrong, if that works for you and that's what your doctor says, listen to your doctor. Whatever your doctor says, he knows 100 times more than I do, you know? But my doctor in Colombia, he was like, I asked him about the shakes and the supplements and all this and all that because, again, I saw it on YouTube. So I was really concerned when my doctor was kind of like, stop freaking out, you're going to be okay. Basically, what he told me was, I need you to eat your proteins. I need you to eat your vegetables. I need you to have fruits because you yourself will create all those vitamins as long as you eat properly.
Right. Yeah.
Which so far, knock on wood, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I haven't suffered from anything.
And everything has only gotten better.
And everything has gotten better.
Especially her sleep was a huge. I mean, obviously her period too, but the sleep was a huge one. I mean, she would. Yeah. I knock out by like 9 p.m. So for her, like I would wake up like in the middle of the night, to pee, and you would still be like staring at the ceiling. Yeah. Because you just couldn't sleep because you just weren't tired. But
yeah, it was really hard.
It's a side
effect.
You know?
Everything was just really hard.
So tell them the process of like before, during, and after how it was.
So before the surgery, I had to go through a liquid diet, and this is the hardest part for me. It was the hardest part because your stomach is still a human stomach.
Yeah,
still,
it's craving the foods that you've been eating for the past how many years.
Exactly.
To what led you to this surgery.
So I was basically hungry for
Starving.
2 weeks, literally just looking at people just eat. And all I could have is sopita, and then some like broth and yogurt and ice cream. I was able to have ice cream, low sugar, but ice cream.
But you're not allowed to cheat, like you're.
No, you can't cheat. Like if you were to, okay, so the reason why is because they want to shrink your liver, so the doctor could have enough space in your stomach to do the procedure. So imagine you cheat and you think that the doctor won't notice because you had a cheeseburger 3 days before, and then your liver is huge, and then he opens you, he's like, yo, this person literally just punched me in the face, and then they close you back up and they tell you can't have surgery.
Can't do it, yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
It's not worth it, you know? And to me, it's kind of like, if you can't do those 2 weeks for yourself, and if you can't do those 2 weeks knowing your life is going to get so much better, then like, maybe the surgery isn't for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not, because you know what?
After the surgery, it's even harder.
Yeah. After the surgery, it's a long healing process. It's worth it, but first they ask you to drink like 4 ounces of liquid, and it's like this big, and it was so hard. I felt like they were asking me to have like a Slurpee huge size from freaking 7-Eleven. Yeah. That's what
imagine your stomach is this big and then it turns to just this finger here.
So what I always kind of tell people to think about it is like, think about a newborn. You know, a newborn, you start with little bit of ounces. You just go up, you go to pureed food, and then little by little you start introducing solids. So that's what it is. That's basically, you have a baby stomach that you slowly have to stretch to an extent You obviously
to where it can handle.
Yeah, you obviously don't want to stretch your stomach because your stomach will stretch.
Yeah,
that's what you also have to think about.
If you overeat and you get to the point where you're sick, when you get to that point where you feel sick, just know that you're stretching your stomach.
Can you imagine? Like,
every time you're like past full, you're stretching, and it can eventually go back to normal.
There's people out there who have gotten the surgery and, you know, maybe they just weren't blessed with the type of support that I have, or maybe themselves don't have the strength that I had. But I've seen people go from looking great the first 6 months to 2 years later, they go back to the same way. And you know what it is? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like super skinny and I'm not like, you know, crazy twig over here, but I can't picture myself being 220 pounds again. Like, I'm what, at 156 right now? And I'm happy. And I'm happy. I could look better, I could be fitter, but more importantly, I'm healthy and I am happy. And that's what's important to me. You know, like, I don't care about anything else, you know. But there's people who just eat, they'll get to the point where they're so full, they'll go throw up, come back, finish their plate. Yo, save it for later. Leftovers taste so good.
Yeah, the best part about all of this is that I buy like a normal person, like something that I would be able to like finish eating. She orders it for herself and it'll last her like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or like when we go out to restaurants, guys, like the easiest thing, she orders and I have like 4 bites off her plate. And
she can literally have like, no lie, 4 or 5 bites. And this is her, like, she's already had the surgery for how long now?
2 years.
2 years. So obviously, like,
my stomach has stretched.
Like, it's normal.
It's normal, and that's okay. And I'm not...
But with her stomach being stretched, she can only have 5 bites.
Mhm.
But keep in mind that you're hungry, what, every 30 minutes?
I do get
like, literally
I do get hungry
minutes.
Very often, though. So I always have, like, a snack or, like, a fruit or...
She always has something with her.
Or
but
liquid. Liquid helps.
Yeah, even liquid. Yeah, whenever she's hungry, we don't have food, I just tell her to drink water, and literally it's the same thing like eating food.
Yeah, you just have to, you know...
Obviously, you'll get hungrier sooner than eating a solid.
Of course.
But it's still a filler because your stomach is so small. But overall, I think it was good. And it was never about looks or anything like we said. It was just health. Like, and she just wasn't able to do it on her own.
I wasn't. Like, I mean, I wasn't surrounded by the right support group. I'm going to tell you that. I would party all the time. I would drink all the time. I would eat at like 5 in the morning all the time. Nobody's gonna. I wasn't getting out of that lifestyle. You know, I needed some crazy turnaround to be able to like wake up, Luisa. You know, I was 22 when I got the surgery. I was 22 years old, to the point where like I started feeling like out of breath walking.
That's when you know.
That's when you know. And you know, don't get me wrong, like if you're happy and healthy at whatever weight you want to be in, that's okay.
But it was unhealthy.
I felt unhealthy. I personally knew that. I feel like, you know, that feeling. The downer. So, for example, when I first got the surgery, my skin was so dry. Like, within like a week, not even, like less than a week after my surgery, I started noticing that I was ashy from head to toe. For real, I started freaking out. I went to a dermatologist freaking out, and they were just like, that's normal, make sure you put thick cream on, you know, constantly. My hair fell off. A lot of my hair fell. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with my hair now. I think it's gotten pretty thick, that's why I have pelitos for life. Because it's growing back all the time. But I used to have a mane. Like, my hair was...
Like Colombian hair.
My hair was thick, long, dark. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, but you're missing nutrients and vitamins. The amount that you had before, because obviously you're missing it. Of course.
And it was normal. Like, everyone talked about it. Everyone. And I was mentally prepared that I thought I was going to have bald spots. Like, I literally thought that...
You'd still look good, man.
I literally thought that was going to happen to me. And it was really hard. And I was really scared because, like, you know, going from that to... Like, going from beautiful hair to, like, having bald spots, I was freaking out.
Yeah. And also, like, another downside, well, it depends. I mean, working out is really... I didn't
have bald spots, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Good.
They're hidden underneath. No, another downer is that, like, the gym is a necessity for this kind of surgery, because you're losing so much weight so quickly that your skin
Yeah.
needs to like adjust itself to that. If not, you get
Yeah,
loose
you get
skin,
loose
right?
skin. I mean, regardless of anything you grow big, you're gonna go small. You're gonna have either stretch marks or
Right.
loose skin, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally okay. But you know what? You're gonna
But
feel
just be
so
ready
good.
for that.
Yeah, but be mentally ready for that. Be
Yeah.
mentally ready that, you know, you're not gonna look like the next supermodel and stuff like that.
Like
but
even if you get to that point where you're like twig, you're still gonna have that loose skin because
Yeah.
you were so big before.
yeah, and a lot of people choose to get like
Tummy tuck and
a
all
tummy
that.
tuck.
Lipo.
Lipo, their lipo right here. Oh no, I thought like skin removal
Yeah,
here
right.
or like their legs and stuff.
Which
And
is
the-
probably like necessary if
Yeah.
if it bothers you to that point because it's gonna happen because it's totally normal.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and whatever it is that you choose to do after you lose the weight, you deserve to be happy and you deserve to make your body the way you want it. Yeah. At the end of the day, like nobody could hear body shame you. Nobody. If you did this for your own like problems or for your health or for your looks or whatever, it doesn't matter as long as you're healthy, happy, and not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
That's what's important. Healthy, happy, and not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I also like your boobs get a little saggier if you're a woman, of course. Or, so you lose hair, your skin becomes ashy, your extra skin, your boobs get saggy.
You can't. You just and the,
You can't eat and
you
drink
can't-
at the same time.
Yeah, she can't.
That's
like,
a big
yeah.
one. That was really hard for me because I
It's
was.
too much.
Yeah, I was the type
Imagine
of person.
4 bites and a swig of liquid and forget it.
Yeah,
She'll
no.
be like so sick, you know. Imagine it's like going around in your little
Yeah.
stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
The major downer of this is that you're not gonna be able to eat that cheeseburger that I'm eating next to you. I can eat the whole thing with the fries and the shake, and
Yeah,
you can
no.
have
A bite.
one French fry and a bite, and you can't have the milkshake.
You cannot have the milkshake, guys.
So you know that's something that you have to prepare yourself
Yeah.
for because like that's so hard.
It's totally a mental game with this. Like anyone could do it as long as you're mentally strong. And if you're not, seek counseling, seek help, ask people, look for YouTube videos. That's what
Yeah.
helped me, and I'm sure it's gonna help other people. And
But overall, I think it's a good thing.
yeah, it was so worth it. We're
Yeah,
gonna put
like
some
it's worth
pictures
it.
of before and after, right after, like when we're finished here. And guys, it's insane.
Yeah.
And the way I feel is insane. Like I feel so good. I feel so healthy. I feel so happy. And it's just getting better every day. You know.
Mhm.
I did like personally. I don't eat bread that much. I mean, I eat it sometimes. I'm not an angel, but I don't eat bread that much. I don't eat carbs as much.
It's too filling. It's such
It
a
is.
filling
It-
food that like she can't enjoy. Like her eating carbs is like her drinking liquid.
Yeah.
Because it's too filling. Like
I have, like-
she could eat almost double of what she can handle if it had no carbs.
Yeah, like if it's just protein, maybe some veggies.
She can eat a lot actually, a lot more than like you would suspect.
Yeah.
Because it has nothing that's too filling. Like,
Exactly.
but with the carb, it's like
Yeah,
barely anything.
No,
yeah.
I could have a couple of bites, and it sucks because like it makes you feel like you're choking.
You're stuck. Yeah.
And I don't like that feeling. So
No,
I
so-
choose not to do the.
Yeah.
Not because I can, not because I'm gonna tell you you're gonna get the surgery and you can never have this
Carbs.
again.
But just keep in mind that carbs is definitely gonna fill you up faster
Yeah.
than if you want to enjoy more of your food, probably lower the carb
Mhm.
intake and go for more proteins, veggies, and whatever else you want to
Yeah.
do.
Also, when I this was important to me because I was 22 years old, so and I was going from a really like crazy party life to nothing. My doctor told me you will never drink again. That's what he told me, and I was like,
What you mean?
"What you mean I'm never gonna drink again? I'm 22 years old. Like you're gonna tell me for the rest of my life I'm never gonna have one beverage? Like, no, you know." And he scared me. And at first, it was something that it wouldn't stop me because it's not like I need alcohol in my life. Like I need my health. It wouldn't have stopped me. But then I started researching and then I started checking on things. And then I saw a lot of people who would drink and who would just, you know, you get drunk faster and stuff like that. And personally, I like to eat before I go out drinking, like a good heavy. That's when I kind of have carbs. That's when I have carbs. Just, you know, to have something in my stomach, but
Everything is with
everything's
balance.
everything's with a balance.
Yeah.
You obviously don't go out to the club and just drink your
You're gonna throw up
calories
real quick,
away.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna.
And you're gonna be drunk.
You know what I read one time that it was supposedly, this is what I read when I was researching, that they tell you not to drink because people become alcoholics.
Because you get drunk quicker.
Because you get drunk quicker, because you're substituting food with alcohol, because...
You get full with it.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Exactly. So what happens is that, you know, they don't want you to go down that path. So
right.
that's why they scare you.
But everything's with control and balance, and you just gotta discipline yourself, because if you're like patient with it, it's all worth it. Like in the end.
Worth it, guys. I'm like living proof, and I know so many people that have gotten the surgery. A lot of people are kind of scared to tell people about it.
They're embarrassed.
They're ashamed.
Yeah. But it's nothing. It's great.
You should never be ashamed of it. But if you choose to keep it a secret, that's okay, and that's your life. Nobody needs to know what you did over there. Nobody. Not one person needs to know about your life except for yourself. But I choose to talk about it because
she's helped so many people that are like
so far
had the same problem as she did, you know, and are scared. They're scared to do it.
Yeah, I literally have sat down with I'm gonna say more than 10 people, and they write me on Instagram. They call me. They like, hey, I know you got this. How do I go about it? And the only thing that sucks is that I can't help you with the process of how to do it here in the United States, because I didn't do it here. So the whole insurance part, that's something I can help you with. But the actual surgery, we're all gonna go through it, you know. So I could help with that, and you know, so.
And most of the people that you've spoken with have gotten it, and are like extremely happy now. So happy, you know. And it's so. I mean, anything is scary before, but like.
Oh no! Yeah,
Listen, the downers are like not even close to what the upside is.
Yeah.
So like, if you are thinking about doing it, we would 100%.
100.
Recommend
110% recommended it. And if you ever have any questions, you could always call me, write to me. I'm here for it, you know?
Alright, guys.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is just our opinion. This is what I went through.
And I went through it with her too.
And she helped me. And honestly, it's a team effort. And ask for help. Ask questions. Join support groups. Do whatever you need to do. But it was so worth it. And thank you guys for listening to me. And
if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button.
Comment.
Turn on your notifications and share it.
Share, guys.
But thank you so much for Stuart. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again in a little bit.